Do you have headache? But do you know what to do when you have headache? Let's learn about headache in this video. First, let's look at the types of headache. Headache has many types, but there are two most common types of headache. The first one is tension headache. In tension headache, you feel pressure or tightness on both sides of the head, as you can see in this picture. The next most common type of headache is migraine headache. There are several features of migraine headache. It starts mild and gets worse, and it often affects one side of the head. You can see in this picture that migraine headache affects one side of the head. And it has a pounding or throbbing like pain. Also, routine activities like walking or climbing stairs can worsen the headache. And you may have nausea and vomiting. And also sensitive to light and sound. Those are the features of migraine headache. Then let's look at the triggers of headache. Do you know what triggers your headache? The common triggers are being stressed, skipping meals, too little or too much caffeine, sleeping too much or too little, drinking alcohol, eating or drinking certain foods or drinks. So you need to identify what triggers your headache. When you need to see a doctor immediately when you develop headache. If you develop sudden onset severe, you may describe it as worst headache of your life. Then you need to see a doctor immediately. And also, if you develop seizure, confusion, or personality changes, then also you need to see a doctor immediately. Also, if you develop weakness, numbness, or trouble seeing, then also you need to see a doctor immediately. When it is better to see a doctor when you have headache. Better to see a doctor if you have these features. If your headache is frequent and severe, if it begins after you exercised or after minor injury, if you have fever or stiff neck associated with headache, then better to see a doctor because you may have a serious illness. What can you do when you have headache? First, think about the features I said. See a doctor immediately. And also think about the features I mentioned regarding when better to see a doctor. So if you have those features of headache, then always see a doctor. But when you develop a headache, what can you do to feel better? You can lie down in a cool, dark, quiet place, and also you can take a pain medicine. The pain medicine you can take without prescription are paracetamol, ibuprofen, naproxen-like medications. And also, you should avoid triggers. For that, you should identify what triggers your headache. For example, you can change your eating or sleeping patterns. And also you can learn relaxation techniques and healthy ways to manage stress. If you smoke, then you can quit smoking, which will help to relieve your headache. And also you can get more physical activity. So next time when you have a headache, then do the right thing.